Hi, welcome to my latest vlog where I talk about all things United States, mostly Washington because I'm living here for the next couple of years, but it's also out and about and things that I'm seeing. So for this vlog, it is baseball and 4th of July, things that are just quintessentially United States of America. So I'm at my first baseball game and it's the Washington Nationals against the Arizona Diamondbacks. We're halfway through the game and you'll see that there doesn't seem to be a lot of people here, and it is a public holiday, but that could be because the Washington Nationals are apparently a really shit team and so no one's turning up for the game. But look, I've got my souvenir glass. I probably need to get some more merch. At this stage, Washington Nats are losing 1-0, but who knows? There's still another few innings to go. There's the organ. So my first baseball game. It's not technically my first baseball game. So 10 years ago, came over to San Diego in May, and there was a game on, and it was the San Diego Padres. Now, I think they were playing the Arizona Diamondbacks, and the Padres won, which was a bit of a rare occurrence. So from then on, they've become my beloved Padres and my #1 baseball team. So knowing that I'm living in Washington, the Nationals are going to be my second team. So halfway through the game, it was 1-0. The Nats actually won 3-1, and everyone was really, really excited about that because it's not happening too often this season. But it was an absolutely fantastic game. And I think the thing with baseball, it isn't about the game, because if you've watched The Simpsons, that time that Homer's sober and he says, well, this is such a boring game. I don't mind it. I think it's okay. I understand what it's about and things like that. I don't get the stats, and I don't know why they have to have so many stats. But hey, it doesn't stop me from enjoying the game. But it's also the other things that they put around on at the same time. They've got the organ playing, and they've got all of these different kind of things happening. The funniest was the mascot race. So the Nationals have they have an eagle as their mascot, but then what they also have is ex-presidents or past presidents, and they had a race. So there was Lincoln, Teddy Roosevelt, George Washington, and Thomas Jefferson. There's nothing funnier than mascots running around and maybe tripping over.
Oh, that wasn't honest.
So Lincoln won, Jefferson came last. Someone at work reckons they went and Jefferson might have taken a swing at someone. So I need to go back and make sure I see that again, because that was hilarious. They also have the 7th inning stretch, which I always thought was just, it's 7th innings. It's a long time since the start of the game, so it's a bit of a stretch. And I think they get up and stretch, stand up and, because you've been sitting for a while. I don't know, that's what someone next to me said. I don't know if they were just yanking my chain or not. Anyway, so take me out to the ball game, and we all sang along. And for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out, and we all my cup, so it sort of looks like a baseball, and it had the frozen cocktail in it, which was very, very tasty. The other thing is that I went and got some tater tots, and that was loaded up with some pulled pork and some mac and cheese, and that came in this kind of bowl here. So we've got, I don't know, let's see how close I can get. So the Washington Nationals, and it's a bowl, and then you take that home. So I might need to go a few more times so I get a set. And look, it's a decent plastic bowl. So I'm hoping that people don't just throw them out, that they do collect them. But that was the baseball. It was so much fun, and I can't wait to go back. The Padres will be coming back on middle of July, so I'm definitely going for that because I've got my top, so my Padres top, so I'll be heading over for that. But what a great night. So we know the 4th of July is a huge deal here in the United States, and I was really looking forward to experiencing it because it's just, I don't think we have anything like it in Australia, and so I was really keen to see how far they actually go, and it's a big deal. So July the 4th is on a Thursday this year, and I think a lot of people are then taking Friday off and then making it a long weekend. So I know that every 4th of July they have a big concert here in Washington in front of the Capitol building, and it's an evening concert, and then everyone stays for the fireworks that are down the mall, because there's the Capitol building, and then there's the Washington Monument, and then there's the Lincoln Memorial. So it's one big line, and from Washington Memorial down to the Lincoln Memorial, they have fireworks going off. So the concert happens, and at the same time. So heaps and heaps and heaps of people go to that. And someone gave us the tip that they have a rehearsal, like a dress rehearsal, the night before that's open to the public. And it's generally less people go to it. So we thought, what way to kick off the 4th of July by going to the July the 3rd concert. The only thing it doesn't have is the fireworks, which I didn't really mind because it was going to be fantastic anyway, something I've never experienced. So, and we're going to see them the next night anyway. So off we went. We couldn't take any alcohol, but we could take picnic baskets, small chairs, and drinks, so non-alcoholic drinks. So we loaded up with some snacks and headed down. I was really surprised that there weren't as many people as I thought, because I just figured, it's going to be heaps of people regardless, and but it was really good. So we had 2 picnic blankets spread out. There was 4 of us, and there was plenty of room. We weren't encroaching on anyone else. No one was encroaching on us. It's not that claustrophobia that you get, or that every time you move you impinging on someone's space. So it was really, really good. It was a beautiful, balmy evening, and it was fantastic. The lineup was amazing. There was Smokey Robinson. And there was Darren Criss and Lauren Allred, Sheila E. and Sister Sledge. And it was all backed by the National Symphony Orchestra, and some military bands as well, and a choir up the back. It was fantastic. So they had 2 stages. So they had the orchestra and the choir were sort of in front of us. So we were sitting behind or in front of the Capitol building. I've got some lovely shots of it during the day and then at night. Fantastic. And then they had another stage set up, and that was specifically so that the cameras could show the performers with their back to the Capitol. So you've got the Capitol in the background. So whilst, a lot of people stood up, we just sat down. We didn't really care because they had big screens up as well. And so, had we seen them, we would have seen their backs anyway. So it wasn't really a problem. It was more about just being there, and there was a lot of people decked out in red, white and blue. That was a theme the next day as well. Red, white and blue, stars and stripes, whatever they had, they were wearing gear. I feel really bad because red and white, and blue, I just don't have anything in my wardrobe that's even close to red, white, and blue. So I had a lovely bright yellow dress on. Anyway, that's what it is. There was a lot of patriotic songs. As you can imagine, there was a lot of patriotic songs. They played the national anthem, the Land of Hope and Glory one, My Country 'Tis of Thee, that's what it is. Which is God Save the King. But and so a few others as well. A bit of Sousa, because it's not an American parade or concert or anything like that without a bit of Sousa. So at the time where there would have been fireworks, they let off some cannons and also played the 1812 Overture. Which was fantastic. So, and then there was just marchy type songs, and that was our cue to leave, and jauntily off we went. So it was an absolutely brilliant night, really enjoyed it. So on the 4th of July itself, there's a parade up and down Constitution Avenue. So if you saw the earlier one where I talked about, and I went to the Memorial Day parade, it was something very similar. It was the same route. The difference is this is massive. It started about 11:45, and it was a horrifically hot day. It was like bright, shiny, strong sun, and about 36, 37 degrees. So I didn't stay for the whole thing because I would have just passed out. There really wasn't any shade. A lot of people brought umbrellas. I don't think I've ever used an umbrella for shade before. I just stay in the shade. So anyway, so I didn't see all of it, but it was because there was just so many people as well. Whereas Memorial Day, I could just sit by the side of the road and get front row seats. There's no way that was happening. Certainly because I turned up at about 11:30, and so it's 15 minutes before the start. There was, it was already 3 or 4 deep. They still had the same kind of thing where they had a lot of high school bands and dancers and flag wavers and things like that, which was good. A lot of military presence and police and firemen, and that was good. And I just felt bad for them that they were just, a lot of times they were in full uniform and gloves on as well. I don't understand that. I think I saw one high school band where they at least put the kids in t-shirts rather than long-sleeved tracksuits and stuff like that. But there was the difference with the Memorial Day, where they had floats. There was, I think it was just a bit more toned down and a little bit more, respectful because of the nature of it. Whereas this was a birthday celebration, so there was a lot more blow-up stuff like a birthday cake, Uncle Sam, other things, Smurfette. I don't know what Smurfette had to do with the 4th of July and America's independence. I also don't understand what the link was between Abraham Lincoln and the pioneers, the settlers. That didn't make sense. But he was very happy to wave to everyone outside his wagony thing. I've forgotten what they're called. I think it was just a wagon. Anyway, so it was a pretty good day. Didn't get any freebies. We got a fan from the National Archives, which was invaluable. I thought there'd be a lot more people coming down, sponsors and things like that, giving away stuff, especially when I saw the Budweiser Clydesdales and 3 big trucks coming afterwards. They didn't even give us the beer. So no freebies, but that's okay. It was a good day. Headed home. We did see one girl. Oh, look. I mean, I was feeling it, thinking, I'm going to pass out. I'll probably need to go soon. And I saw this girl walk past me, this blonde girl, and she just looked a mess. She was not in a good state. And so we ended up seeing her again as we were sort of getting ready to go. And we think she was maybe Scandinavian, but she looked, oh, poor girl, she just looked like it was too much for her. And we sort of said, are you okay? And she went, oh, yeah. And I said, look, you really need to get out of the sun. Try and find some shade. We gave her one of our fans, which she was very grateful for. So I hope she's okay. Anyway, so I went home and with the air conditioner on full floor, thought I'd watch Independence Day because I love that movie and I thought it was quite apt. Not now the original, not the remake, but yes. So I really enjoyed that, and I thought, what a good way to spend the 4th of July. So what's the 4th of July without fireworks? So a few of us, mostly Brits and Australians, got together at our workmate's house because she had a rooftop terrace. And we'd been sort of told that, look, if you've got a rooftop terrace, you're going to be able to see the fireworks, the Washington Memorial fireworks from anywhere. So we headed over there, had some food. I made a New York cheesecake. Someone else brought blondies, brownies, something like that. And we had some pulled pork, and we weren't planning to have a complete US themed dinner. There was a few things that were. Our token American who was there, we only had one American that was there. She brought jelly shots, but she called them Jello shots. They were very tasty and they went down very well. So we had a lovely time. What I'd noticed though, that pretty much as soon as it was getting dark, like even a hint of darkness, there were fireworks going off everywhere. Washington DC, they were illegal to buy here, but we're, you know, two or three train stops away from Virginia and Maryland, so it's very easy to get them and bring them back and just set them off. So so we were starting to see the fireworks pretty early on, and we knew the time. We knew the time that the main fireworks were going to be going off. It was something like 9:09 or 9:17, and so we'd started to see others around, and we had a pretty good view. There was a big bank of trees that we then worked out was our view, and so we didn't actually see the main fireworks. So that's something for next year. But can I just say though that there were fireworks going off everywhere and all around, and from far away and close, like I said, people just down the street were letting them off, and it was consistent. It was so I reckon from about 8 until we left at about midnight, and even when we were walking to the train station, there were still people letting them off in the street. It was just going. It was just, that's what it was. I don't know how many fireworks that we saw, but it was an absolute brilliant show. I didn't take my camera with me. I didn't take my phone upstairs with me. So the shots that I've got here are of the people that were already up there that took a few shots for me on the rooftop terrace. So thank you very much to them, and for letting me share them. That was the 4th of July. I thought it was an absolutely fantastic day, and culminating from the night before and the day. So because it's the 4th of July weekend, the Saturday and Sunday, I wanted to get out and about, but look, I know I keep going on about the heat, but I'd been doing a bit, and so I thought I'd just take it easy. The other thing is, some of the places, I mean, they've all sold out. Any tickets that you're trying to get to Library of Congress to see the Declaration of Independence, National Archives, the Air and Space Museum, any Smithsonian museum on the mall is just going to be chock-a-block. And so I made the decision that I'll just stay home and do some decent editing and videoing. So it's Sunday afternoon on the 7th of July, so the 4th of July weekend's just about to finish. But I really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to next year's. So that's all I've got for you this time. Hope you enjoyed hearing about 4th of July and my first baseball experience while I was here. Things are going good. I did get my first Amber Alert the other day. So for those that don't know, Amber Alerts in the US are for kids that have gone missing, potentially kidnapped or abducted or something like that. And what they do is they manage to send out messages on mobile phones to anyone that's in a particular area to let them know what's gone on, what the child looks like, and a number to call. It happened, and I was like, oh, what's this? Amber Alert, oh my goodness. And I sort of read it, but didn't really pay much attention, and then exited out of it. And then I just thought, oh, how do I get back into it, just in case I do see the little kid? And so I don't know how that works. So next time I'm going to have to make sure that I write it all down, so that, or at least take a screenshot of it, so that I can be on the alert. Let's hope I don't get any more. I mean, it's the thought that a poor little kid is in pain or frightened or something like that. So I hope that's the one and only Amber Alert that I get. We're also getting other alerts though about the water in DC, and you'll get an alert to say, don't use the water, boil it all. And you just think, oh shit, okay. So I've had to do that a couple of times. Sometimes you get the message to say, oh, it's all okay, water's fine. Sometimes you don't, and you just have to ask the question of someone else, did you get it? Because there's a few of us that sort of live in the same area that you can sort of ask the question, did you get the it's all okay message? So yeah, so that's, yeah, I'm not enjoying those, because yeah, I'm drinking a lot of tap water here, because I've never been one for buying bottled water, except to get a container and then reuse that container over and over again. So I don't really want to start here. I mean, the water tastes fine. I don't know. If I grow a second head, I'll maybe change my mind. But anyway, so that's the alerts that we're getting on our phones. I'm going to go now, and I will talk to you soon. I still have to tell you all about my second trip to New York. So that'll be the next episode. Hope you can tune in. See ya.